I'll just hide it. $2,500. Good luck with that. So I'm making up these little tags I'm going to be putting on the cast iron for sale. You know, little things like here's a Asian pan that's really a nice pan, a very large one. I'm only selling it for 25 bucks. That's certainly reasonable. Then I've got a trivet that's for $25. This one was made between 50 and 58. Nothing special, but it's a really neat little piece. Some Wagner ware, a really beautiful number 5 I'm selling for 45. A BSR number 8 I'm selling for 45, which is probably relatively cheap. It's a Century Series, and it's actually the only one I have, a Century Series number 8. But I'm hoping on being able to find another one because it's a common size. So I'm going to go ahead and list this one. And the surface is not perfect, so I'm giving it a little bit of a discount. This Wagner ware Dutch oven with the glass lid. This is something I pieced together from multiple finds until I could find a really nice, perfect, high quality set. And so this is the work of like putting together 3 or 4 different Dutch ovens and then finding the glass lid and matching it with it. The glass lid has Wagner on it, but it came with an unmarked Wagner. So I'm putting it with a marked Wagner so that it all works out nicely. And then I'm going to take my precious nickel-plated hammered single-notch chicken fryer, and I'm going to list it for sale. Let's take a look at this thing. I know I'm going to regret doing this, but I put 175 bucks on it so that if it does sell, you know, it'll be a nice price. Look how beautiful this thing is. Single-notch hand-scribed number 8. It's just really beautiful. So, and you know, the inside, I've really seasoned it nicely so it's completely usable. Obviously, the nickel plating kind of is gone on the lower half of the thing, but as a display piece and as a user, it's certainly quite good. And if you're going to have a chicken fryer, boy, that's a beautiful one, right? I don't know if I'm asking too much or too little. I haven't found any comparables. I've never found any record of anything like this selling. So it could be worth significantly more. I got it at a certain price. I'm gonna flip it and move on, I guess. All right, let's take a look at my booth now. Finally got the banner in. And a nice little inventory, and supposedly I've sold a few pants already, which is pretty cool. So, got a nice little selection of stuff. Modern, but mostly older stuff. Some Blue Crew set here. Miscellaneous accessories, trivets, and, you know, cast iron friendly things. Corn pans. This is my like little bargain corner with Asian stuff or like cookware that's maybe not collector quality. There's a little Trementina, really big cast iron pans. It's 25 bucks for that. That's cheaper than it was new. And miscellaneous other stuff. And there's my nickel plated one, which maybe I'll regret selling it. We'll see. I really want to get one of these, but not for $19, not a modern one. A chef skillet with the rounded sides. So regarding that chef skillet that I saw in the thrift store, here it is, and as you can see, it's $19.95 brand new. Mostly just modern stuff here. Wish that was $10, not $20. I'll just hide it. Lots of Asian enamel coated stuff. But that's what, 40 bucks. Good as a user. Same thing here. 50 bucks. Not name brand, no. It's a big old kettle. How old is it? Let's see. Got gate marks on it. It says 15. $2,500. Good luck with that. Anybody need a furry office chair? Is that original? That's pretty weird. iron bean pot with lid, $175. Let's take a look at the other side of that. That is definitely a neat piece. That handle sure looks like Lodge. It spins like a top. Looks like a Lodge lid. Number 6. Says he could work on the price. Well, I don't know how much you discount it from $175. $30. Yeah, this stuff. So this is the consignment place that takes like 70 or 80% of the money and only gives the consigner like 20 or 30%. It's crazy. That's just a tremendously high commission. But I guess this is one notch away from throwing stuff away. Okay, what have we got here? Wagner. This is a Wagner, but it's... Let's take a look at this guy. Another Wagner. So these are these 1891s. They're not old. These were made starting in 1991. They were like the 100th anniversary. So they're not vintage, they're all machine made. Kind of as a throwback. Taiwan saucepan. No prices on those, but I can't imagine they'd be priced anywhere. I don't even normally go for them unless they were like $5 a piece. All right, here we go. This is a package from an eBay auction. Been very anxious to get this thing, so let's take a look at it. And already I'm not kind of impressed with the packaging of it. Look at that. It looks like it's been beat up quite a bit. So let's get into this and see how bad this is. Did I get ripped off? Did I get a good deal? Let's find out. Not the worst I've seen, but not really good. Like the handle is just sticking out like that. So, oh, they put it in a garbage bag. That's some great packing, huh? All right. Oh, this looks better than I thought it was going to. Look at that. What's going on here? Boy, this thing was really poorly reseasoned. There it is. Is this an original? I don't have any of these, so I don't know, but looks pretty good. That's the infamous Indian head. You can see the red, orange stuff on. Now let's see if there's any cracks anywhere. Let me see if it rings. Got a nice sound to it. Ooh, there's something there that looks suspicious. Oh. Is that a crack? I don't know. Maybe it's just a... People on the internet can spot these things better than I can usually. So this was not cheap, but it's one of those marquee pans. Boy, this seasoning job is horrible. Horrible. I'm inclined to put it back in the E-tank and just get that shit off of it. But it does look like it's in really good shape otherwise. All right, check this out. This is the whey pack that I got at the eBay auction that looked really pretty crappy. I put it back in the E-tank. It had the worst seasoning ever on it. and had all this orange things to it, which I thought was fire damage, right? So after soaking it overnight in the E-tank, look how nice it came out. Look at that. All of that weird discoloration is gone. That must have been a function of whatever seasoning that person used. It wasn't actually fire damage on the thing. So I can't believe how much nicer this thing came out after soaking in the E-tank. There doesn't appear to be any fire damage at all. It looks gorgeous. Where I thought there was a crack, it's not a crack. The pan appears to be really nice. I don't know what kind of horrible seasoning job that was. It was bad. Maybe I should have gotten more video of it before, because wow. There's some, kind of casting defects in the handle, but there's no cracks. Looks really pretty nice. Nice, smooth. I mean, it's got the kind of slightly rough interior that you would expect from a 100-year-old pan. And the Indian on the back, there's just a ever so slight amount of sulfur pitting, which I think lends credibility to these things. But the Indian is there. Waypack hollowware. It's probably not it's not a perfect one, but it's clearly a really good example. And look at that. It's just beautiful. Absolutely beautiful. The horrible look of this thing, especially in the eBay auction, it looked like it was all fire damaged. Was whoever reseasoned the pan just did a horrible job. We're going to make this thing look really nice now. I paid a bit over $200 for this, which I think is probably a reasonable price. This is one of those Grails, the Indian head skillets, if you can find them. I don't know if I will keep this or I will just put it in my new little storefront, because I think having some of these marquee pans, even if they don't sell, and I'll put an even higher price on it, I think it adds credibility to my booth as being, all different kinds of cast iron. I don't know, we'll see. I'm afraid to put something really valuable out there and have somebody switch a cheap price tag for it and steal it. So, we'll see. I want to thank everybody for tuning in and enjoying the video series and supporting me thus far by subscribing and clicking like and all of that. And if you want to catch me on TikTok, sometimes I have previews of what I'm working on that I haven't published lately. That's at TikTok/@WisdomStudio. And if you're on Facebook, look up the group Vintage Cast Iron Hunting, Restoration, Identification, and Sales. And until next time.